if you go to a saint and that makes you feel that is being disloyal to another saint, then you have understood neither of the two. The Sikhs have 10 gurus, and being with one of them makes you more eligible, more eager, more open to be with the other ones. That is the thing about really being with a teacher or saint or master, whatever. If you have really been with one, then you have been with his essence, right? Not with his name or face or form. And if you have really been with his essence, that would encourage you to be everywhere that essence takes form. How can you be with Raidas? Sant Raidas, the Bhakti saint. How can you be with Sant Raidas and successfully avoid Kabir Sahib? If you can do that, then you are magically special. If you are with Sant Gorakhnath, you will have to go to Kabir Sahib. If you are with Ravidas Sahib, you will have to go to Kabir Sahib. Where is disloyalty in this? But if you are talking in those terms, disloyalty, etc., then it means that you have not gained closeness even to the one master you profess loyalty towards. It means you are not being disloyal when you go to another teacher. You are already disloyal when you are even with the one teacher. What is loyalty to a teacher? What does the teacher want from you? Some kind of personal association? Some kind of personality worship? If the teacher is genuine, his intention is to take you to the essence, not to the name, shape, form, color, face, whatever. Osho himself was such a great door. If you have read him, then you know how many great masters he spoke on. In fact, some names would probably have gone obscure had Osho not spoken on them. That shows the authenticity and love of the teacher. He holds your hands and takes you to every place worth visiting. He takes you to every teacher worth listening to. It is not some kind of personal or bodily relationship. It is not some kind of filial affiliation. Loyalty and such things become abusive when used in terms that resemble conjugal behavior. The husband is telling the wife, "You remain loyal to me." And the wife is telling the same to the husband. Does the teacher-student relationship belong to this category? Yes.
Acharya ji, Osho had millions of followers all over the world. Why is it that among those millions, not even a single one attained enlightenment? Was Osho true master?
How do you know? Do you know all the million ones?
When someone gets enlightenment,
Then he becomes famous.
No, it is said that he has such a fragrance or such a positive energy that and everything around him changes.
That is very true. Flowers have great fragrance. Monkeys still pluck them. The fragrance might be there, but there equally has to exist someone who respects and appreciates the fragrance. Have you seen monkeys respecting fragrant flowers? I have in fact seen monkeys chewing roses. And cows and goats, when let loose on rose gardens, have a good time. What do? They chew all the rose flowers. The fragrance is there, but so what? If the fragrance comes to a monkey or a goat, who will respect the fragrance? So forget about all this, the head count of number of enlightened peoples and such that. There is no such census. You care for your own development and liberation. I love watching YouTube clips of test matches from the 70s and 80s. I'm talking of cricket matches. Test matches from 70s and 80s. And the batsmen are having a torrid time. I watch Lilly or Headley bowl to Gavaskar. And I see how Gavaskar is leaving one delivery after the other, one delivery after the other. I see Marshall bowling to Wengsarkar. and I see how difficult it is. Today, on the list of all-time highest run scorers or all-time highest wicket takers, those heroes of 70s and 80s are nowhere. Sunil Gavaskar was once the number one in the ranking of most runs in Test cricket. I believe he is now close to number 10. Kapil Dev with his 434 wickets was once number one. Today he too is nearing the 10th place. The strike rate of Vivian Richards in ODI cricket was merely 92. That 92 is far inferior to the strike rate of many a lesser batsman today. But when it comes to test technique, Gavaskar is unparalleled. When it comes to sheer dominance in one-day cricket, there is nobody like King Richards. Those days were different. Those audiences were different. Those pitches were different. The entire condition was different. You have to be sympathetic. You have to have sympathy towards the teacher as well. In fact, empathy would be a more appropriate word. You have to see under what conditions has he been operating. If you will want to detect trash, you will find trash in every religious scripture. You say that you listen to me, but I find a lot of trash in every single recording that goes out in my name. I find it so distasteful to listen to my own audios. But one needs to have a certain empathy. One needs to understand that there are audiences and the teacher has to keep up with the audiences. He cannot run too far ahead. If the audiences are demanding entertainment, the teacher has to provide them, otherwise they'll walk out. And if they walk out, why is the teacher speaking at all? When it comes to Osho, you are talking of the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. The world has come a fair distance ahead since then. Those were the times when even superstitions ruled a fair area. Those were the times when a lot of people equated spirituality with something metaphysical. So the teacher had to dole out a little bit of all that just to keep the audiences engaged and satisfied. Do not turn critical too easily. Focus on that part of the Master's teachings that is absolutely pristine and timeless. Today, even minions, dwarfs are hitting 6 sixes per match. King Richards would have had them for breakfast. But then he was not hitting so many sixes. It was very difficult to hit sixes in those times. It was difficult to be an Osho in those times. There was no internet, no YouTube. And India was a very poor country. And he had taken up a colossal mission for himself. Keep in mind his situations.